Hello, everyone. Today's topic, choose the best. And actually the title was a little bit longer, choose the best at any given moment. Choose the best in every situation. And if we kind of adopt this, maybe even like type of a mantra, it will be very, very useful. And you may think, well, sometimes I don't have options. Things just happen and I can't choose. Because if I could, I would definitely choose better. But in this context, there are certain things that you always have in your own hands. There are things that you always can choose. And maybe not so much what is coming in front of you, but how you respond to whatever is in front, that you have choice. And in that context, always choose the best. How you respond in terms of your behavior, how you respond in terms of what you say, but also how you respond in terms of what your thoughts are, what your feelings are, what your attitude is, and what your perspective is. Now, it is always useful to see things in a bigger context. There is a situation. Where has it come from? What is the present? And where would I want it to be in the future? If you do like that, you can always choose better. And in terms of, okay, this is the situation. How do I think? How do I respond in terms of my thoughts? How do I respond in terms of my words? That is where I have a choice. And so always aim to choose the best thoughts, the best words, the best attitude, the best vision. And some might say, okay, but what is best? What I feel is best, others may not feel that is best. Within the spiritual context, best is that what brings benefit to everything and everyone involved. So let us take a situation of something unpleasant happens. Someone does not behave nice to you. For example, your boss, you did so much work, and on top of that, he criticizes you. The situation. Now, we tend, if we are in a superficial mode, in a not alert mode, in not a spiritually awake mode, we tend to respond with criticism back. So either we go and fight it or attack with our attitude, with our words maybe even, and if really we go very far, we might even use our fists. Or we go in a withdrawal mode, or in a victim mode, or in a depressed mode. Now, both these responses are not in favor of anyone, neither in my favor nor in the favor of the other person. Because if there is fire, you cannot fight fire with fire. You cannot fight fire with oil. If there is fire of anger or fire of criticism, and you add more fire, it just becomes a bigger fire. And then everybody has a problem. But if there is criticism and internally I remain neutral, don't take this personally. Something may be happening that make him upset. Somebody who gives sorrow is in sorrow. Somebody who gives complication is because something inside is bothering. I shouldn't take it personally, but let me listen to what is being said, because maybe I can learn something. In any situation, if my attitude is, what can I learn from it? What is the signal for me in this situation? Then I am enriching myself. And because I am enriching myself with the situation, or progressing myself, or learning something deeper, then my feelings for the other will not be of anger or rejection, or it will be at least neutral and calm. I hope you find your peace too. And so that is a much better way to choose to be in a situation of whatever that is coming to you that may be unpleasant. Yesterday we were having a conversation in a gathering, and someone was there who was visiting and shared with us one of the illnesses these days is that we think about others, we look at others, we project upon others. And it would be much more healthy to choose to look at myself, to think about the self, to focus on self, in terms of how to respond, how to behave, what to do, how to plan things. Choose the best. Of course, there is a whole journey of awakening that can happen, and there's a whole journey of understanding deeper spiritual wisdom. But even if you don't have that, or are not on that journey in that intense kind of way, every moment you have a choice, and choose the best that is possible for you, the best kind of thoughts, the best kind of feelings, the best kind of behavioral response or interaction. If you have to choose between activities, then choose that which is empowering for you and for everyone involved. Choose what will be a foundation for deeper contentment or deeper joy on a long-term basis. Choose the best. Instead of being in the apathy mode, whatever comes to me comes, and I respond however is my habit to respond, internally and externally. Or I respond however I was brought up to respond, or what society expects that I respond. That might not be the best for you nor for others involved. But at least at the level of your thoughts, you have choice. And if you choose for the best, you avoid waste. If you choose for the best, you avoid negativity. There was a beautiful, metaphor in a recent session that we have. Innocent of wastage, innocent of waste. Now, of course, in a world where so much goes to waste at a physical level, who knows who is innocent of waste? We're all part of that thing. But at least in our inner world, we can start to stop waste thinking. And waste thinking, for example, is cyclical thinking, the same thing over and over and over again. That is why we feel sometimes our life is not progressing, life is boring, because we are thinking the same, in the same way, responding in the same way to the things. Waste of time. Choose thoughts that are constructive, choose thoughts that are creative, choose thoughts that are innovative, and choose thoughts just for organizing your life in a ordered way, but not go into repetitive and cyclical thinking. And of course, the root of our thinking is deeper within our tendencies and ego that may be there, our more deep state of consciousness. that you can work on, or that you can shift around with meditation and spiritual wisdom. But even if you don't go that far, just beginning to observe your thoughts and choose the best thought in any given situation. Play with this. It is a simple method. And with simple things also, no? Food, what is the best to choose? Meeting somebody, what is the best kind of conversation to have? Some task at hand, what is the best way to go about this whilst keeping my mood light and free? Okay, well, right now we're going to choose to have a few minutes of deeper reflection. And I would suggest for you to just become introvert and create that little habit to be attentive to your thoughts, and to be attentive to the mood inside, and to observe what are the different aspects and angles that trigger it. And is the outside world boss in your inner world? Or are you coming back to that awareness of the self as a spiritual being, a living light, innately a being of peace, pure, timeless, immortal soul? One who is a trustee of this body, a trustee of the variety of things around. So you take care, but nothing is mine. We have come and we will go sooner or later. So let me use this mind, let me use this body for auspicious activities, for positive activities, for benevolent activities. Okay. Just take a deep breath. And as if take a step back. As if withdraw your attention from all the external things and become aware of the subtle energy of thought and the atmosphere and the mood in your mind. And consciously aim to create pleasant thoughts. Thoughts that remind you of the essence of your own existence. Pleasant thoughts that are like timeless, based on eternal truths. It's like this thought, the real self, timeless, living light. And we often point to the forehead because that is from where the being of consciousness as if operates. And whatever the drama of life brings, but at the center, at the core of it all, is the self, conscious, immortal, free, innately peaceful, being of light, like a tiny star, one who is a child of God, the soul. And as we gradually choose to come to the end of this reflection, relaxation, as we choose to become aware again of the surroundings and prepare to interact, let us hold this mantra at every moment. Choose best. Om Shanti. This is a greeting that we sometimes use to say, I am a being of peace, and I see you also as a being of peace.